I've got something very, very special to share with you guys now. Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So, as I said, I have something just mega cool to share with you right now. I'm going to go straight to this clip, and then please stay on this video because there's plenty more after you see the initial clip. But just sit comfortable in your chair, crank the sound up, and just watch this little video. Well, how cool was that? And here's the thing, that wasn't made by Tamiya. That's not one of the old promo adverts from Tamiya. So how this came about, and I've got to say right from the start, I feel kind of privileged that I'm allowed to show you guys this. So a massive shout out to Chris and his father. Before we get into the details of how this came about, Chris posted this on the Tamiya Legends Facebook group, but it was in kind of a smaller format for your phone. It wasn't sort of blown up big screen, but I watched it, I was just blown away. So I reached out to Chris and said, would you mind if we could try get that on the big screen on the channel? And he was like, yes, we can. So he managed to get the video, and we've made it so you guys can watch it on the big screen. But there's something more important about that. The whole video has a story behind it, which I'm going to go through now. And then at the end of this, I'll play you guys it again, because I think it's worth watching over and over, in my opinion anyway. So this is the information that Chris sent me. So Chris goes on to say, this video was made by his father, and his father's name is Manley. We think it was shot around 1980 with his friends who all loved RC cars. They decided to film it in a sandpit quarry in Westerham in Surrey behind the Grasshopper pub over 2 weekends, and approached other people with Tamiya cars to take part. They planned the shoot well, especially to get the sunrise shots of the cars and the Rough Rider. They filmed it on 35mm Cinefilm, and it was edited by hand using sellotape to assemble the final edits. This was the traditional way that films were edited. Wow. After filming it, his father approached the Tamiya importers for the UK to see if they would be interested in using it as a commercial, but they declined and advised that he send it to Tamiya headquarters in Japan. Chris's father sent a U-matic version to Tamiya in Japan, but never heard anything back. But strangely enough, a few years later, Tamiya promotional videos all started cars racing through the sand. Chris goes on to say, when I was a young child, I would drive his green tan Scorcher around the garden and bug him to watch the car video all the time. Eventually the tape copy wore out and degraded, and the last time he saw it was around 1986 or so. Wow. Move on to 1989, and a friend at school had an Avanti 2001 and a Tamiya catalogue, which I pored over and fell in love with the Egress and Manta Ray. That year, my parents got me the Bearhawk amongst a horde of mini four-wheel drives. I didn't touch Tamiya again until 2006, when I managed to get a new inbox Manta Ray and spent a long few weeks building it up as a shelf queen. Now, fast forward to the pandemic, and I managed to get an Egress and Manta Ray Riri, and I found Tamiya Legends Facebook group. The enthusiasm I found here started me thinking about the old video that first inspired my love of Tamiyas, and I asked my dad what happened to the film. After hunting around, he managed to find the original 35mm reel, complete with sellotape to joints. After chatting to a friend, it turns out that there's only one place in the UK that converts 35mm Cinefilm into digital format. Luckily, they were an hour and a half's drive away. He had to wait until the UK lockdown was eased in the spring of 2001, and then drove down to and got it booked in for the scanning. What came back was just what he remembered, but he had to rebuild the sound edit from memory, which actually turned out to be a lot easier than he thought, as it was cut to music. I knew the music and I remembered it so well. That's how much this video means to me. It's great to see something that I have such fond memories of after around 34 to 35 years. Also, I think at no point I love this. This is the last sentence, and I adore this sentence. Also, I think at no point did the people driving those cars around in the sandpit would think their little film would be watched by people 40 years later all around the world. Well, there's nothing I can add to that. I'll play the clip again. Enjoy your day, guys.